Ilia Topuria just knocked out the BMF champion Max Holloway in the third round. And what can I say? I was right. This is exactly what I said was going to happen leading up to the fight week. I knew the number one thing that Max Holloway had to watch out for was the pocket boxing with Ilia Topuria, because he has the best pocket boxing within the UFC right now. And you cannot just stand and bang with Ilia Topuria. His power is just next level. I think he's the most powerful 145er I've ever seen. He was able to do the unthinkable and break Max Holloway's chin, the man that's never been knocked down before, the man that's never been finished by punches. And it actually was a pretty competitive fight leading up to the finish. They were both going back and forth, but Ilia was clearly landing the bigger and more impactful shots. I personally thought that Max Holloway was Ilia's hardest test at 145, and now that he's got that out of the way, I don't see anybody in his division taking him out. I think we're seeing the next long reigning champion. We're gonna have like a Volk or a Max Holloway type of run, and I genuinely can't wait to see what's next for Ilia. He is 100% the most exciting fighter within the featherweight division. Every time this guy fights, it's just fireworks and it's non-stop action. I also like how he really does put on a show for fans. He even pointed to the middle in the first 10 seconds, and the BMF Max Holloway did not accept the challenge. And he went out on his sword like a true warrior he is. Now I'm just worried about his chin. I wonder how he's gonna perform after this. I know before this fight, he already had the most significant strikes absorbed, and your chin can only take so much before it meets its maker. A big part of Max Holloway's game plan relied on his chin and his toughness, and a lot of the times when somebody gets knocked out to that extent, they become a little bit gun shy afterwards. You know, we've seen it with Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards in the third fight. And unfortunately, I don't think Max Holloway will ever hold the undisputed title again. The next move for him would just be to go for the money fights. He's already a multiple time champion in the UFC, and there's really nothing else for him to accomplish. But then again, he's only 30 years old, so he's really in just a weird position right now, and I wish nothing but the best for him. And now onto the co-main event, we had Robert Whittaker versus Khamzat Chimaev, and I can honestly say I was not expecting a first round finish. I knew that it was probably going to be a 10-8 round for Khamzat Chimaev because it is his best round, but I didn't see Robert Whittaker not making it out that first one. And this just goes to show how powerful Khamzat is and how strong is his grip strength. As soon as he got that rear naked choke locked in, I don't even think it was under the chin, because Robert Whittaker did send a picture over to DC, and his like front 5 teeth on the bottom of his jaw are like all pushed in, and he definitely has a dislocated jaw for sure. That's all I know. And unfortunately, it looks like it's probably the end for Robert Whittaker's title aspirations. Beating Khamzat Chimaev really would have put him up there as the next in line for the title shot. And I really don't know what's next for Whittaker at this point, because the title aspirations are completely gone. And it's really unfortunate how both Max Holloway and Robert Whittaker lost that night. I thought we would have a happy ending, at least for one of them. But no, the MMA gods would not let it happen. They're too cruel to us. The way Khamzat bulldozed through Robert Whittaker, I never would have imagined in 100 years happening. Khamzat is way better than I originally thought he was, finishing one of the middleweight goats inside of the first round. It's never been done before. Robert Whittaker has never been finished in the first round. Khamzat Chimaev just made history and will most likely be next to fight for the title shot. Is it warranted? Is it earned? Probably not. I mean, he was, number 13 fighting up against Robert Whittaker in the top 5. If it were up to me, I'd probably put him against Nasruddin Amaevov as a number 1 contender bout, and the winner of that fight would get the title shot next. But due to Khamzat's popularity, they're definitely gonna fast track him. Gonna give him that Conor McGregor treatment. But hey, money talks, and the UFC is a business at the end of the day, so I don't blame them. That is gonna be all I have for you guys today. Thank you for everyone that stopped by in the live stream today. I appreciate all of you guys. And let me know what you guys think of Khamzat Chimaev finishing Robert Whittaker and Ilia Topuria knocking out Max Holloway for the first time in his career.